missed opportunity.
Whoa! Speaking of opportunities, we return to live action and the goal has come. Well, everyone is over to congratulate the young debutants. Spamandla Ngwenya and Beganovic taking a real gamble in fielding him. But yeah, he bursts through to steal it from Ayende and slot it away like a seasoned professional.
That's exactly what he needs to do, Ngwenya. He won't probably get as many chances against a team like Sundowns, but if it is that they're going to give away possession like that, they have to be punished, and certainly Ngwenya.
Matserajo molaela gore a reye wa khuba wa ya 2-0 fa o lebelela mokgwa o binang ka gone o taba gopola Brian Leon a ke go kgokgantsha Sundowns ke mokgwa o go diriwang jalo ke le ka bona Brian Leon fa fetsa go nosa Mezendonga o tsa jalo maitemogela a isa kwa botlhaba a tsa kgwele a e ba kwa bophirima kgwele eo e be dula mo letloweng jaka re go totobaletsa Junior Zendonga.
Hello everyone. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show. It is myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. I'm joined by the Man City Man, Peter Stirrup. How are you, Peter?
Saubrey. No, I'm good, and you?
All right. It's a week of big games, cricket, the derby, big one. There's quite a lot happening, I'm sure people are, enjoying, and because that's entertainment. Pete, today I want us to talk about the derby, okay? Because it's a big one. This is the big football football match in South Africa. And I'm also going to show the most important games for the league, and I'm going to show the league so that when you talk, we are looking at that. And also check what is happening. How ready is Orlando Pirates? How ready is Kaizer Chiefs? We know what happened. Kaizer Chiefs lost to TS Galaxy in the Nedbank Cup, and we also announced the quarterfinal draw and so on. And also the most important one, the UEFA Champions League draw. Very interesting game, especially the one of Man City and Real Madrid. Not only that, there's also PSG. PSG, who are they playing, by the way? But it's a big one.
PSG are playing, let me tell you, they're playing Chelsea.
Yeah, so it's going to be very, very interesting and see what's going to happen, okay? And then the good news, we've got our fans out there, or our partners. Thank you guys for being there. Remo, Rekaufela, also some, we are together. And then, Rod, seeing where the beat goes on. Now, let's get started with the show. Pete, Pirates is playing Kaizer Chiefs. What a big game.
That's correct.
What a big game.
Huge.
And then if you look at the log, they are not far from each other. And there is only, what you call, the difference in terms of the points. That's what matters most. It's not as huge as one expects. So I want you to give me what's your take. Now, Pete, here we go.
Huge game. On the back of Orlando Pirates losing to Mamelodi Sundowns there, which was It's good for Sundowns there. I mean, it looks like they're showing them flexing their muscles in terms of who are the champions here. Yeah, so that puts Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns on equal points, and well, it's a massive game today, an absolute massive game. You can't miss this one, I would say. Yeah.
Having said it's a massive game, I've checked the news from both camps. We know that Sipho Mbuli has not been playing, so there's some debates whether should he play. We also that Mbata talent.
He's back, yeah.
Yeah,
he's back.
Yeah, but
and Evidence Makopa as well.
Makopa is back. Okay. But when it comes to talent and Mbuli, I don't know. There are a lot of school of theories. Remember, Mbuli has not been playing the past few games. Now, some people are saying this is the kind of game that you bring in Mbuli because he's got this high temperament. He likes those high temperament games to make an impact. As a Pirates coach, will you introduce Mbuli during this game, or what would you do?
Yeah, I would, for that very same reason as you say, because it's a temperament, and this is such a big game that temperament on and off the field is really what is going to make the difference. Yeah. I don't think there's a lot of difference between the two teams, if I'm honest with you. I mean, if you look at that table there now, Chiefs have got 2 extra games to be played here. Yeah. So if they win this game, then it's what we always call a 6-pointer. Then that'll put them on 33 points, and with that extra game in hand, then so 33. Let's say they win that puts them right back up there again.
Yeah, if they win 33, yeah. And then
if they win, Chiefs
it's 33, and then that game on hand, they win, it will take them to 36. So they'll
so they're right there again.
Yeah, there will be 2 points separating them. So yeah, and then you're saying Mbuli should be considered for this game. But now you should remember, Pete, if they consider Mbuli, it means Mofokeng should be moved away from number 10 position. All right.
We saw that didn't work against Mamelodi Sundowns. So yeah, and well, look, it's interchangeable, hey. I mean, but I mean, how will he start? And how will he start? Do you think? Do you think he'll start with Mbuli, or do you think he'll start with
Mofokeng?
Mofokeng, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
There's also another good player. I think Pirates coach has a headache, but I don't know what is.
It's a good headache.
Yeah, what? But for him to keep on changing, all right. Mofokeng was playing well at number 10, but when they play Mamelodi Sundowns, he moved him, and some people are saying the presence of big players like your Mudau, they overshadow him. Okay. So do you take that risk and say, no, let me bring him back to the number 10 and then sacrifice Mbuli, or do you bring Mbuli? So those are the tough decisions that has to be made by Pirates.
That's
coach.
Why that's why these coaches have headaches different to the type of headaches that me and you have. That's for sure. But yeah, it's a huge game, and on the back of Orlando Pirates' last couple of results with the Nedbank Cup and then losing to Mamelodi Sundowns, I think the pressure's back on Pirates now. So we need calm nerves and on the pitch and off the pitch, and I think that will make the difference today for sure. And then on the back of that, Sundowns will then play Sekhukhune tomorrow, so. And that's not going to be an easy game for Sundowns, I don't think, either. But yeah, So it'll be in the minds. It'll be in the minds of Pirates, the last couple of results, I think. And, this huge game here. I mean, should they lose this game, I think they're handing Sundowns a ticket to go and win the championship again. So it's a huge game for Pirates, as it is for Chiefs.
Yeah, it's a huge game for Pirates. Yeah, as compared to Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, sure. But this is where the passionate supporters want those 3 points. Yeah, they don't want draws or to be losing yet. So it's going to be a really interesting game. And what's your prediction?
No, having seen, okay, I'll tell you why. There's something that I wanted to share. Remember, Chiefs coming to this game, they lost the game to TS Galaxy. I don't know whether that will have an impact on their game. And there are some rumors, let me qualify it, rumors, which you got it via, I saw it on Facebook, that there's a tension between Kaiser Daun Jr. and one of the major shareholders at Kaiser Chiefs. I don't know whether it's true or not. And then I don't know what would you do. I don't know what's happening with my picks. I don't think they've done them. Or it's not their fault. I don't know. Maybe the software that they were using, it's not kind to us, because when I try to share. But what I was saying is there is a rumor that there is a different opinion. Rumor, okay, but we'll talk about it. I don't know whether it will have an impact on the boys between Kaiser Jr. and the other director, the new director at Kaiser Chiefs. Apparently, it emanates from Junior feeling that Chiefs should continue with these two guys. And then the other writers say, no, get a good quality coach with a very good profile once and for all. So I don't know whether that will have an impact, because that's not what you want to see. That's not what you want to see. And at the same time, I ask myself, in terms of the confidence of those coaches, because this is a make or break for them. It's either they do well in this competition, or they'll have a problem how to go about. I don't know, what's your take? So don't you think that will play a major role?
I don't know. That it depends on the individual players, whether would that news really affect the players on the ground? Or do you think it would affect the fact that those two guys are now being affected by something from the boardroom, and then that's somehow making its way onto the pitch? For me, either way, this is a make or break, I think, Chiefs as well. Because they're out of all the other competitions now, so the league this is it, for them. So I don't know whether the individual players would be affected by the boardroom squabbles. It depends if it gets down to them. I think, again, a coach is like a buffer, isn't he? He might be in sort of like might have some boardroom sort of issues, but whether he takes that, or he shouldn't really take that down to the pitch. His job there, when it gets down to the ground level, is to make the players and give them the plan and work the plan and that sort of thing. So my own personal opinion, probably not. Probably not. Won't make a difference at this stage, but it will make a difference on the pressure on the coaches, which is already there anyway. But yeah, a proper coach, or a coach, as opposed to the current situation, I don't think it's a bad thing in the end. But the timing of that, you can go out shopping, as they say, and go and look for that coach. But maybe they do something like United have done with Carrick, You have somebody there interim, which is these two guys. Yeah. So that,
You guys, yeah.
but with the view that he's only in position till the end of the season, and then obviously there's no expectation after the season. So maybe something like it's the business end of the league now, so this is not the time for swap and change. Yeah.
For me, what I see, I know Kaizer Chiefs is very professional. And having said what I said, that Kaizer Chiefs is very professional, because the coming games are very strong. They come thick and fast, as you can see. They've already lost to Mamelodi Sundowns Pirates. Now today is Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. And then the next game, it's Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. The next after that, it's Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns. Yeah. That will be the decider of the league. But what I was saying is, if I was advising Kaizer Chiefs, but probably this is what we provide because we don't have the facts, when their media team, they need to have a strong media team, if they do, which will guard against this kind of thing, because social media can have a very much impact.
Sure.
Now, I'm saying it's a rumor. I'm not sure about it. So that when they notice such things, they come out quickly and repair and rebook the statement or do let the players focus. That's my opinion. And in these days, I don't think it's a problem, because we have so much mechanism or facilities that help us, like your social media. So that is why, you find a person like Donald Trump will even tweet at 12 midnight. But it comes from the horse's mouth. Do you understand? You deal with speculations. Even the president of India is so active on X. So this is what I would expect. I would expect Chiefs media team to quell all this kind of thing, because you don't want. Look at the games that are coming. These games are tough.
Huge.
They are tough because I think after the last game, we'll be knowing exactly what's going to happen. Where does the
where's the owner of the league should be decide. What's the date of the last one there?
The last one is
6th of May.
6th of May. Yeah. This is a real tough game. 25 April they play Pirates again. It's a month from now. Okay, only a difference of probably 3 days, and then 6th of May, which is probably a week after that, probably, or 2 weeks after that, they will have to play again. Sundowns. So these are really tough games.
And it would probably favour Sundowns, would it not? Because they play them directly, both Chiefs and Pirates. So they have their own. Well, they've already won the first one there, but they can affect their own future. But because Pirates and Chiefs are playing against each other, if they sort of like neutralize each other, and they or potentially could neutralize each other on their title push, let's put it that. So lots at stake today, lots at stake, not least the fans bragging rights, whoever comes out of there the winner. So I think I didn't answer the question though. What's your prediction?
Look, it's going to be very tough, to be honest. It's going to be very tough, but what I'm asking, I wish they don't play draw. One must win. To say which one is going to win, I may lean towards Pirates with the kind of football that they're playing recently. But this is a derby. Anything can happen. I'm sure Chiefs.
Yeah, anything goes.
And then Chiefs can also, surprise Pirates, because they know very well that if they win this game, it will bring all the confidence, within all stakeholders, the supporters, the management, the players, and so on. So if there is any team to win here, whether Pirates or Chiefs, I see 1-0 or 2-0. Or 2-1, not more than that.
I think you would probably give Pirates the edge on this game, because of what they've played throughout the season thus far. But I don't know. I've got this funny feeling in my bones. Chiefs might turn something up here today.
Okay, so your prediction?
But I think a 1-0 personally.
1-0 Pirates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
I would say 2-1 Kaizer Chiefs winning. So those are predictions from us.
No, wait. No, hang on a minute. No, you got it the wrong way around. I'm saying a 1-0 win for Chiefs.
Oh, for Chiefs. Okay.
Yeah.
Say 1-0 win for Chiefs. I'm saying it's very close. I'll go 2-1 for Orlando Pirates because the game that they are playing these days, it's very attractive, but depends what the coach does. I'm sure
exactly.
on the mistake that he did by moving
I don't think he's going to make that mistake again. I don't think he's going to make that.
It will depend on him. So my prediction was Pirates will go 2-1. And now, Pete, Mamelodi Sundowns have issued a statement. But before that, let me just give a media statement that has been released by PSL, which I'm going to read it, okay? I just got it now. It says the Premier Soccer League is deeply saddened by the passing of veteran journalist Joe Letahomo. Letahomo was the founding editor of the Sowetan and worked for various other publications during his distinguished career in the media industry. The PSL extends its heartfelt condolences to the Letahomo family and his colleague in the media during the difficult times. A moment of silence will be observed in his honor at this weekend's Betway Premiership, Motsepe Foundation Championship, DSTV Diski. May his soul repose peacefully. So those are some of the news.
Amen.
Then the other news that I want to read, Mamelodi Sundowns have issued a statement, which I'm going to read for the launching of soccer schools by Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns, one of South Africa's most successful football club, has announced the establishment of Mamelodi Sundowns soccer schools through a partnership with Global Soccer Schools International, one of South Africa's most successful grassroots football development organizations. The partnership, which was launched in Midrand, was attended by the chairman of Mamelodi Sundowns, Topi Motsepe, head of Mamelodi Sundowns Academy, Paulo Cardoso, and founders of Global Soccer Schools, Nick and Stephen Aresti, together with players that have graduated from the GSSI program and youth development coaches from the club. Through the partnership, Mamelodi Sundowns Soccer School will be home to over 5,000 kids spreading across the country throughout soccer schools in South Africa and then in the United Kingdom, Manchester. Under the new structure, the schools will continue to cater for young players aged 4 to 15. Welcome to the partnership, Nick Aresti, the founder and technical director of Global Soccer Schools International, said the partnership with Mamelodi Sundowns brings alignment of football development into the soccer schools and junior academy space. By continuing our experience in grassroots and foundation phases, coaches with the professional structure and pathway of Mamelodi Sundowns, we believe we can create a meaningful development environment for young players. The club's success and the way it has represented South Africa across Africa and international, and make this collaboration especially significant. Some of the players who graduated from the school program include Munashe Mugwara, who plays for Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies, South Africa under-20 international Chandra Campbell, who plies his trade for Club Bragg, KV1. One of the standout players is Camden Shepherd, who made history as the most expensive 14-year-old football worldwide, is currently with Blackburn Rovers FC, awaiting transfer to Chelsea FC. In his resonant speech to the parents, the media at the launch, the chairman, Sopi Motsepe, said youth football is incredibly important to us at Mamelodi Sundowns. And of course, we hope that all children there, all children here may one day become professional footballers. But success for our program is not only measured by how many professional players it produces, it also measured by how many young people fall in love with the game, because South African football needs more than just players for the future. We need coaches, we need referees, we need business people who will all contribute to its growth, said Chairman. And what matters most is that every child lives here with joy, friendship, and lifelong love for the sport. The program, which caters for all kids, regardless of level of talent, will ensure that there is a pipeline to professional football for kids that want to pursue football professionally through Mamelodi Sundowns Youth Academy, which has been empowering youth and developing players since its inception. So, yeah, that's the statement for Mamelodi Sundowns. I don't know what to take about this. What's
Good
your
news.
take? This
Good
is
news. Anything that brings through the youth provides them a channel to get to professional level if they've got the talent to do so. And even if they don't, like it says, it instills that love for the game that we all have. And, obviously as a spin-off, it keeps kids off the streets, eh? It gives them something to play, and so that they're not just hanging around and getting into trouble, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's good news.
It's
Good
good.
news. Yeah.
Yeah, this sounds very good. And then
Yeah.
this brings me to South Africa, I think, will rise. You have a lot of people doing good news, good things. Peter Musimanu Fish Academy, that's very exciting. And I'm sure we all saw this from Professor, the late Ted Dimitro, with the School of Excellence. This is really, really good. And this one, more what I like, they have a link with the English.
International, yeah.
Yeah. So that says a lot. Having said what I've said, coming to today's game, remember, let me show you even the fans out there to say, remember there are also, if you don't see your player not playing, you must not be surprised. Let's look what are the cuts. Fortunately,
Are these yellow cards, are they?
yeah. Fortunately, both teams don't have players on the suspension. Can you see that, Pete?
Just about, yeah.
These are Kaizer Chiefs players. Right on top there is who's that? I can't see it. With three
Carthy.
cuts. Yeah.
Anton, Tristan, McCarthy.
Then Alton Zeta is 3. I'm looking
Alton,
those who are 3.
Yeah.
Who are at 3?
Ashley Dupree. Then it's Bradley Paul Cross. Then it's Brandon George Peterson. Then it's Cedric Kaiser. Then it's I think it's, I'm not sure the first name, Wandile Duba. Flavio, no, it's actually gone worse a bit there now. But yeah, if you look at the,
but I'm sure they'll see it, the fans.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it. Yeah.
Then let's look at Orlando Pirates in terms of the cuts. By the way, how many cuts do disqualify the player for the next game? It's 4 or 5.
I believe it's 3 or 4. I'm not sure.
Now,
I'm not sure in the PSL.
I think 3 they will play. I'm not sure whether it's a 4 or the 5th cut that disqualifies.
It could be 4 or 5 actually now. Let me just quickly have a look there.
Okay, fine. While we are still looking, maybe I can see this one of Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates, Ernest de Jong or Andre de Jong is at 3. So you must consider that, guys. If you don't see him, maybe he gets a yellow card today. If you don't see him to the next game, I don't know how many cards to contribute to being suspended. And then Sebelebele is on 3 cards. And Mpo Gift Chabatsane is also on 3. And then also Sihlen is also on 3. So those are the cards that we have. But like I said, good news is they are not on suspension, which is good for both teams. So yeah,
I've got something. I got something here. Saubrey, it says Premier League rules state that any player who earns 5 bookings from their side's first 19 league matches of the season will have to serve a 1-match ban in the same competition. Players who then accumulate 10 yellow cards up to and including their side's 32nd fixture will serve 2-match suspension in the competition.
4 months.
That's Premier League, though.
Oh.
I don't know. I think this is the English Premier League.
Okay. Maybe check on the what you call the local front. But I'm sure we always follow Premier League. But just check so that we satisfy ourselves. But in the meantime, while you are still checking, Pete, let me just make people aware of the fact that these are the players suspended. All right. And then, fortunately, you don't see a player from Kaizer Chiefs there. And then there's no player from Orlando Pirates. Golden Arrows, Isaac Ishmael is suspended. And then Magesi, who's this? Is Homotso Musadi suspended. And then Pulukwane. They also have one there. I'm sure you can read the name. It's Kukuni and Stellenbosch. So if you don't see your player playing, so don't get surprised and start saying, you know what happened? Why this player is not playing? Because the football is a game of rules. There are rules, so they have to follow the rules. Yeah, Pete, what do you want to say?
I got something. Suspension rules and detail for the PSL. Yellow card threshold. A 1-match suspension is triggered upon reaching 4 yellow cards.
4 yellow cards. Okay.
Red cards, receiving 2 yellow cards in a single match. Well, we know that one, is a straight red card. Yeah.
I checked straight red cards. It's a suspension for how many? 2 games.
A straight red card typically results in a minimum of 2-match suspension.
2 matches.
So this can be extended depending on the severity of the offence. If it's like violent conduct, for example.
Remember, in the olden days, it used to be like 3 games.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. They always improve the rules. They always improve football. So if you want to look at it, as a fan of Kaizer Chiefs, so Peter has just confirmed if they get 4 yellow cards, that means they'll be suspended for the next game.
So if you look at the numbers there, then you can put some idea as to how close they are to that suspension. Yeah.
Because I think PSL, by sharing this, they want us to share with the people out there so that, people can be informed of what is happening. Now, Pete, let me move straight to the books. While we are still going to talk cricket and so on. Very important. The first one that I'm going to share is this one by Andy Lemkley. Like I said, the first book to share is that one of Andy Lemkley. Those who are from MK, they'll know him. The man from Black First, Land First. Now he's a member of MK. So that's the first book, but apparently it doesn't share that one that I said I want to share. That's the first book that you can lay your hands on, because the nation that is not reading is not a nation. You need to read so that you understand. This book is called Blacks Can't Be Racist. So you can get it from, just give us a call and then we'll let you know how to get the book, okay? And then the other one is this one, How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich. So anyone can do it. If, I can do it, why not you? So it's possible. All of us can be able to do it. There is no monopoly of knowledge. All right, that is why we share some of this information so that people can now know that this is possible. Anyone can do that. So if you want to learn more about those books, that's what you can do. You can simply drop us a WhatsApp. I'm sure you'll see the WhatsApp message at the end of the show, and then just advise in terms of you want the book, then we'll make sure that you get the book. And then one of the books that I wrote is this one that was in 2011. It's called How I Turned 500 Rand into a million Rand business. If like I say, if anyone can do it, why not you? All right. This is the book that you can lay hands on for yourself. I hope it's sharing. I hope you see, but it looks like, let me see whether it's sharing. I hope it's sharing because on my site here, I don't see that is sharing. So yeah, that's another book that you can get. But in the meantime, let me also welcome Malekere. He has just joined me. Lisanda Wana Lauketela, the Lekere Lautina. Hey Malekere, how are you doing, man?
Kabuyelo.
Minwana Pezula. What happened to that slogan?
Our slogan is still existing. We are more belonging. We belong to number one. So now back to square origin.
But Malekere, this is what I've noticed. I don't know whether I'm correct. You correct me, I sound unfair. Ever since the Motsepe family came in, that slogan is not being used. I don't know whether it's to do away with the culture of the old regime. And I see even you, Masanda Wana, Alisa Ibua Minana Pezu, Ikabu Yellow, ya no Kabu Yellow now. But well, I'm just this is my observation, and I'm not saying
no, Mara. The observation is true.
Yeah.
Since we start the new
leadership,
leadership, the only slogan that exists is Yelo Masanda Wana.
Which is nice too. Which is nice, yeah.
Sali felela kabo mangoba ngwenya back ka ira goreninga send. After that, that slogan fades out a little bit until now, as it exists at all.
Appropriately during the era of Natasha Chiglas, that's when it stops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I used to love that. Minana Pezu.
Likana goreninga send it was there, Marai. They say Chitoma ukari fela one.
Well, you'll never know when the new broom comes in. Yeah. Yeah, Kabuyelo, Mon, before Rebuaga Chiefs and Pirates, I'm waiting for Pete to join us because he must give me the updates. It's cricket, and we must also talk about the English Premier League, Ruweta Lambon. Mamelodi Sundowns has launched a very aggressive and progressive program, soccer school program. It's called Soccer Schools. And then they have linked with people from England and so on. It looks like a very ambitious catering for the youth from 4-year-old to 15 years old. What's your take about that?
That is one of the greatest initiation that Sundowns have decided to embark on. And if you are to check who the greatest footballers of all time, Lionel Messi, he was groomed from that tender age, below the age of 10.
Yeah.
And if you are to follow, maybe you go a little bit aside on the rugby situation, how they start grooming. They start from the school, and on the school from the childhood level. So if indeed Sundowns are going to get that initiation right, and they start to take that thing serious without those international people or international stakeholders that are there. I believe this is going to be one of the greatest team in the world, Sundowns. So they follow the right channels in the long run. Remember, these things you need to maintain them. These things you need to be consistent on them. These things you need to, when you pick, you need to make it a point that whoever boy that you pick from that initiation is going to be part and parcel of the growth of the team, so that we can have that, you know, the old Rao school.
Yeah. Have you cut? Gabrielo, I don't know what happened, but I hear your point. You are saying this is the route to go by Mamelodi Sundowns, but not only Mamelodi Sundowns, the teams, they should follow that route if they are to do well going forward. So this is what you were apparently referring to. So, and I'm sure you out there, he has mentioned that, you know, people like Lionel Messi, because of that development, that is why we see them doing exceptionally well. So, yeah. And then I'm sure I don't know whether you'll agree or disagree with him. And we know that your teams, we've seen Pirates is doing well in terms of that. Malakera has got cut, so probably you come in. It's a jiggy joke. It's a yo-yo. When Malekere got cut, Pete comes in. Yeah. Malekere was just in now, and then I was giving him the opportunity to talk about this new program by Mamelodi Sundowns of the soccer schools. What does he think? He was still outlining what's happening. I'll send him a WhatsApp to say, I'm still waiting for you to link up. I know he's getting a problem with the with network there. Network is a big issue these days. It's a real big issue. Pete, now while we are still waiting for Malekere, I don't know whether you want to go to the cricket way and tell us what's happening in that front.
Okay, we can do that. So South Africa have qualified for the T20 semi-finals. They're into the semi-finals, but they've got one more match to be played, which won't have an effect on, well, you know, they're playing Zimbabwe tomorrow, but it won't make any. Should they lose that match, it would still qualify, because in Group 1, which is where they are, they've got, there's 4 teams in each group. So in Group 1, you've got South Africa, West Indies, India, and Zimbabwe. And South Africa at the top of the table there. And the top 2 qualify, you know, for the semi-finals. So we've got 4 points from 2 games. So you get 2 points per game. So that puts us in good stead. Now, the only outstanding game which needs to be played in this group there. So West Indies are coming in second, by the way. And India third, and then Zimbabwe, colleagues up the road there, are in 4th place at the moment. So so Pakistan, oh no, that's in the other league there. So Sri Lanka, India play, I think India plays Zimbabwe, if I'm not mistaken. But it's like, so there is a possibility that, you know, that could change, but it's more than likely in Group 1, you're going to have South Africa versus West Indies going into the semi-finals. And then in Group 2, you've got England at the top. They've qualified. They've got 6 points. They've played their 3 games, because obviously you can't play yourself. So 4 in each group. And in second place, you've got New Zealand. Now there's a game today. Pakistan plays Sri Lanka. So if Pakistan win convincingly there, there's still a possibility that Pakistan could roll New Zealand out of you know, the spot there, because after having played their 3 games, New Zealand have got 3 points, and Pakistan have got 1. So they would then be on the same points, but they need to beat a run rate, an average run rate of 1.39, which is what New Zealand have got. And at the moment, Pakistan's run rate is minus 0.461. So it's a tall ask, but it's still possible. It's still possible. So it's good stuff, man. I mean, South Africa are in there, and yeah, we are going to play. South Africa plays Zimbabwe tomorrow at 11:30. Anybody who's interested there, and yeah, Pakistan, as I said, could qualify if they beat Sri Lanka with a good run rate, and they play today at 3:30. But I don't see many viewers being interested in watching the cricket when the Soweto Derby's at play here today at the same time.
No, but there is a group of people who are following cricket.
No, sure.
Let's touch on them. So that is why we are touching on cricket.
No, absolutely.
You know their nickname, Ama Wiki Wiki. But I don't hear people talking about that one anymore. What's happened? Ama Wiki Wiki. That was a nice one. You know, Bafana. Now I don't hear them saying Ama Wiki Wiki. So I blame the cricket guys, man, not to push that name. You know, yeah. So let's hope the Ama Wiki Wiki will go all the way to something that will make us great. As you said, it's a Soweto Derby because the Soweto Derby, the euphoria, as you can see here, and they're trying their best. They've brought the legends here, Doc Kumalo, Simpiwe Chabalala, who scored the first goal during the World Cup, and that has made a lot for him. He met Xavi, they exchanged T-shirt and so on, and then Happy Jailer, who's a staunch Orlando Pirates fan or supporter, former player. Yes, Doc Kumalo, the chief fans were very angry. Doc is chief through and through, guys. If you don't know Doc very well, he is. But don't suppress him. Don't let Doc speak his mind. I'm for it, you know. And fortunately, I've known him when we were young. He's a chief through and through. And then, so, you know, yes, he nearly played for Pirates. And then until the intervention of Bobby Town. But yeah, so the euphoria is still there. So good news about Ama Wiki Wiki. Let's go, Pete, the Champions League round of 16. But before I go there, let me just show them the, what you call, NetBank. Here's a NetBank quarterfinals. The big boys are out, don't forget. Amazulu Mangete, 10-1 is still there. I wish him good luck. TS Galaxy, we have beaten Kaiser Chiefs 2-1. They are there. Kukune, you know, Golden Arrows, they are there. So yeah, and those are the news that we share. Now let's go, Pete. Top 16, round of 16.
Tough draws for all the English sides there. PSG versus Chelsea, as you can see on the top there. And the one that's got my interest there is Real Madrid, Man City. And then you've got Newcastle versus Barcelona, also very, very tough draw. And the surprise of the tournament is this Boda Glimt, you know, the next one down there, playing Sporting. But watch these guys, these Boda Glimt, they are the surprise package of the Champions League this year, I see. And then Liverpool have got Galatasaray. And then who's next then? We've got Atletico Madrid versus Spurs. Now, you know, Spurs at the moment, they've got this new interim manager now at the moment there. But yeah, they couldn't hold it against Arsenal last weekend. So let's see what happens with them. They've been doing pretty well in the Champions League, but in the normal Premier League, it's not so good. And then obviously Leverkusen versus Arsenal. I can see Arsenal coming through that tie. I'm hopeful for Man City versus Real Madrid over two ties. That it's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough. So it's really interesting games up ahead there. And, you know, they're going to be played. The last 16 ties will be played on March the 10th and 11th. And then again, you know, for the return matches on the 17th and 18th. So 1 week later. So we look forward to those games. Yeah, it's going to be tough. All the English teams have got tough draws there. And then from a Premier League perspective, there's some interesting games. Arsenal are going to play Chelsea tomorrow. City are playing later today against Leeds away. It's a must-win for us. We're 6 points behind Arsenal, and we've got this game in hand there. And maybe for the people that do watch the Premier League, a bit of an interesting thing there is there's a full program of Premier League games during the week next week. So that's starting on Tuesday and finishing, I think, on Thursday. Full team fixtures. Yeah. So yeah, the interesting ones from there, obviously in the midweek games, and then let's not forget our team, Manchester United.
Yeah, what's happening there?
Well, they're playing on Monday. No, wait. I talk a lie. They're playing Crystal Palace tomorrow. So yeah, they don't forget they played 6 matches on the Carrick, I think it is now, and it's 5 wins and 1 draw. So that's championship stuff. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. The midweek games start on Tuesday, as I say. The highlights there for the top teams are Brighton versus Arsenal on Wednesday. That's not going to be easy. That's 9:30 on Wednesday. Aston Villa Chelsea, which is the top of the team game. And then City Nottingham Forest. They're all being played on Wednesday night. These games that I'm mentioning now, Wednesday night at 9:30. And then we've got Man United that we won't forget again. They're playing Newcastle away. Manchester United playing Newcastle away, and that's on at 10:15. Yeah, and then you've got the Thursday game. There's only one game, and that's Spurs versus Crystal Palace. And if you think about the Spurs, trouble that they're in at the moment, tomorrow they're playing Fulham away, and that's a London derby. Not an easy game to go to Fulham and get points there, especially if you're not playing as well as what they are at the moment. So if one looks at the bottom of the table there, they're 16 20 with 29 points with a -4 goal difference. So they're only 4 points off the drop zone. So yeah, and a bit of news from last night. Top of the league clash. Aston Villa was playing away at Wolves. Wolves being the bottom side at the moment, and they beat Aston Villa 2-0. And Aston Villa currently in 3rd spot there. So yeah, that's a big slip for them there. Because they're 5 points behind Man City now, and they played an extra game there. So I think this is a bit of a chance for United to actually improve their position now, because they're in 4th spot with 48 points, which is only 3 points behind Aston Villa.
Now that's the lock. That's the lock position.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So if United can secure a win now, then they'll be on the same amount of games played with the same amount of points. And United have actually got a better goal difference at the moment. Aston Villa being +8 and Man United being +11. And if they win, obviously that's going to improve. So yeah, that's the latest in terms of the Premier League and what's going up. If one looks at those matches and you take into consideration the current injuries at the moment, so Arsenal have got Kai Havertz, who's their striker, and Mikel Merino, who are out. They're playing Chelsea. They've got multiple injuries at the moment. Cucurella is the guy with the long black dreads. Eventually, Billion, the ex. Well, he's still injured. Jamie Kittens, Romeo Latvia. There's a number of players that are out for them. In terms of Man City, they've got Jeremy Doku's out. He's been out for quite a while now, actually, Doku. And I think we actually miss him because he's such a good player.
Yeah,
he's out with a calf injury. And then from a midfield perspective, and the back line, we've got Mateo Kozovic and Josko Gardeval, which are injured there. So, and then we've got this new player, Max Alenia, He's injured at the moment, but he looks like quite a nice prospect. He plays up the front there.
Yeah.
Max Eleni. I don't know if you've seen him. Very
No,
nice.
no, I haven't seen him. I hope to watch you guys your next game and see how are you how do you
7 tonight against Leeds there. But that's not going to be an easy game because Leeds are they're a tough team to beat at Leeds. Man United have got Dorgu out and Jason Mount, etc. And even Benjamin Sesko, their new purchase striker at the front there, he's still sort of like touch and go as to whether he's going to be playing today. And then last but not least, we've got Liverpool. They've got Florian Wirtz out, Alexander Isak, Kodlabrani, Connor Bradley, Jaden Danas, Jamie Clinton. They've got quite a few injuries on the go. So now, it brings back that old conversation now about, the depth of squad. And, when you get in towards the end of the season, where does it can? If you've got to go and we always have that discussion, and we've even had it this morning about rotating players. When is it right to do so? When is it not? Swapping players around, etc., and it can have an influence. But it also, if it works for you, can actually give you a good finish to the end of the season. And traditionally, Man City have always had a better run-in with points than Arsenal at the moment. But I don't know, Arsenal are still looking good. They've been wobbling a little bit, which they normally do towards the end of the season. But I think it's going to be very close.
It's going to be very close, ne?
Yeah, maybe it's Arsenal's year this year. We'll see.
Pardon?
Maybe it's going to be Arsenal's year this year.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll watch the space. Arsenal, they choke, closer to the finishing line.
Yes, exactly.
And then, having said what you said, Barcelona, they want to activate the release clause of Rashford. I think that will be a good buy. That will be a good buy. And I'm told that the record of Hansi Flick compared to Pep Guardiola at the same time, I mean, when you take the statistics in terms of the number of games, Hansi Flick is leading. So they asked him, said, I don't look the numbers, but I'm happy that I'm number one. I remember he's number one against who? Against Pep Guardiola. Now let's go to, Lionel Messi, the Messi special. I don't know whether you're aware that, remember I told you that he got injured and then he decided to take responsibility. I get this thing from, as you can see, this is, who's that? Muchat Paul on Facebook. And then he said he'll honor the game. He honored the game, although he was introduced late. And then, so kept his promise and played in the friendly match against the Puerto Rico. And then it was, I think, a day before yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And then he scored the penalty. It was full. What was amazing, it was also full during the training, the session training. It was just packed, And then this is what he said, Lionel Messi. He says he regrets not to learn how to speak English. That's also one of my regrets. I regret having not learned how to speak Afrikaans well. So sometimes I get lost when they really talk fast. No, but at least you recognize what is important. Because most of the interviews are conducted in English. Look how full it was, and this was just this guy. When I look at this guy, Pete, he reminds me of Madiba. Okay, Madiba.
Yeah, he's that kind of guy. Yeah.
Everything. Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, Muhammad Ali, You know, that's how impactful this guy is. And then you see
charisma.
him, yeah, you see him responding to the voice. Charisma. And it becomes a contradiction when you see how Ronaldo treats the fans when they come close to him. You know, I don't have you seen it.
Did you see he got knocked over in that game, by the way, that friendly? With by a
fan.
With that
and
pitching
then here is it.
Yeah.
And then he fell down, he stood up, and then he was smiling. There was you know, and you know what, this shows another side of this man. Because the young man was determined. And look, this young man is the one who grabbed him, and there is another one here next to him, wearing number 10, you know. But the funny part of that game, they were using black jerseys, both teams. I've never seen such a thing. Did you notice? Did you watch that game? They were using both black jerseys.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, the difference, it was only the numbers they were in here in the pink for Inter Miami. The other team was, that was very, very confusing.
Sure.
I don't know what happened. Why was it allowed to continue that way? Because they cannot tell me that they didn't have jerseys. No, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think, but maybe it was because it was a friendly, it was not a hullabaloo. You know what? For me, this is a down off. How do you organize a game and then all teams are wearing the same colors?
You end up tackling your own player, man.
For me, it was not on. It was absolutely not on. Gabrielo, I see he has struggled a lot to come in. And then, you know what, network, remember even yourself, network was an issue earlier on. So, yeah, we'll see. Maybe one day we'll get it right, this network issue. And then, I just want to share other books because I never shared all the books earlier on. And then so that, because we want to encourage people to read. The more you read, the powerful you become at the end of the day, you know. And then the power is in reading. You're saying it. Yeah, the power is in reading. If you read, and then you become empowered, you know. And then as compared to not reading. Okay. Now I'm gonna share the books so that you see what we are talking about. And then the books that we have. Here's another one by Luther Libelo. The guy worked for SARS, worked for a number of big companies, highly qualified, well articulate. He wrote this one, Consciousness of Being God. It's a nice read that one can grab a hand on. And here's another one, Nom Samasbugo, in Emalahleni, The Entrepreneur Awakened with a Drive. So, yeah, so you can just contact us and then we share the book with you if you want the book. And then the other one is this one, Secrets for Becoming Rich, which was my first book. And then this one, I have the first and the second edition. You can lay your hand on it. So anytime you wish to have the book. And now, before I move on, let me remind you that Chomani is writing. In fact, they've completed. I think he says they are busy in printing. Now in March, it will be released very soon. So I'll give you more information. You will see at the end of the day when I advertise that book. Pete, we've shared local football. We've shared English Premier League. We've in touch much on La Liga, Champions League. We shared about it. There's any other subject that would like to speak about or talk to?
No, I don't think so. I think we're good for now. But we'll keep our eyes on the other sports as well, just to keep the viewers involved there. We primarily talk about football, but you know, there's other sports out there where people have an interest, so we'll share the news.
Yeah, well, of course, even us, that's where our interest is in anyway.
Sure.
I'm a soccer first, then the rest follow. I used to love boxing quite a lot. I know Sugar Ray Leonard was one of my favorite. Muhammad Ali, I never saw him live, even on TV, but I think I was still young. But when you see the videos of Muhammad, I think by that time it was radio. We're listening on radio. So I listened about him. So he was
there's a big interest. There's a big interest in boxing in this country. Big.
But I think I don't know what happened to boxing after Don King. I think Mayweather was trying to revive it, but I don't think they're winning. Yeah, well, sport is sport. Well, football is number one, of course, at the end of the day. But it won't be number one forever. A lot of new things coming in. At some point, that I thought wrestling was going to be the thing, but it seems as if it has. I don't know what happened because they lost their stars, the late Hulk Hogan, and all those people. I don't know, but that euphoria about it is no more there. Guys, thank you so much for supporting. And then we ask you, we plead with you to continue to subscribe so that our numbers increase. And then also like, because like help YouTube to make sure that people watch whatever that we share. Also advise us where we go wrong, advise us where we are doing good so that we emphasize that. But what I want to stress, allow everybody to express their views and respect them. If you have a different view, just share it. Simple as that.
Also good.
Just bid them farewell. Let me hear your last words.
Yeah, well, good luck for the Soweto Derby today. May the best team win. It's a big one. Don't miss it. And have a great weekend, guys.
Let me remind the viewers who say Pirates. Score?
I think it's going to be 1-0 to Chiefs. I'm going for an upset today.
To Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right. I said Pirates 2-1. Thank you so much, Pete. Much appreciated. The Kaufela Sisonke, the more the beat goes on. Hello, everyone. We are back. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR, which simply means the Big R Solutions. Here I'm representing the company called the Big R Financial Service Provider, Financial Services, which is an authorized and registered service provider. Our license number is FSP 47430. I'm talking to all government employees, age 55 and above, who are already thinking of exiting the system. They either want to go on pension or they want to resign. Two things that comes to mind. How do I save? How do I save on penalties? How do I ensure that the tax is not so huge? What can I do to make sure that I achieve those goals? Now, if you want to know how to achieve those goals, come to us, drop us a WhatsApp, we'll call you. The WhatsApp number is very simple. It's 067 915 1447. 067 915 1447. Drop us a WhatsApp. Don't call, but drop us a WhatsApp. And then we are working together with Allen Gray on this product, on this project. So Allen Gray is our product supplier. So we assist people using that product supply. So it's up to you to give us a shout or drop us a WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.
Kgotsong, ke le tsebetsa ka buka ya ka e buang ka tsela yeo ke tsamaileng bophelong ba ka. Le tla utlwa ka mathata ao ke bileng le ona le katleho yeo ke e fihletseng. Hape le hore radio e nkahile jwang hore ke fetole bophelo ba ka. Takatso ya ka ke hore o fumane buka ena ya ka e tla fetola bophelo ba hao. Ya buang ke Dr. Chomani. Take it easy.